people, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. As always, people, make sure that you lot are smashing up the likes. Make sure that you lot are subbing to the channel. Road to 10K, man. You know, right now I think we hit 9.5 the other day. We got all the new subscribers. But make sure that you lot are showing everyone love, man. Make sure you're following George's Durag Diaries. Make sure that you're following Romz, obviously Football Verbal and that as well. And Jermaine, what's the channel called again? Take a Touch, innit? Take a Touch. Make sure that you lot are subscribing to Take a Touch as well, people, man. You lot make sure. But listen, it's going to be a new show, people, that we're going to be doing. As you can see, it's called Pit Stop. And usually you're going to get this show around like international break and, you know, because usually I do Chelsea content. So like when you see the ops on, you know, there's a little bit of a checkpoint. You know what I'm trying to say, people? But what you lot saying, first of all, man? How you lot enjoying the break, first of all, man? Jules, what are you saying?
Man's all right, man. I can't lie. Nice breakaway. My team's, 7 unbeaten. I ain't seen a loss in a while. I don't even know what that feels like. I'm seeing guys crash out again. Don't even know what that feels like. Yeah. I'm in good spirits. I can't even lie. Like, bring the football back. I'm ready to smash up a couple more man. Like, I'm in my groove right now. You know, I never.
Big pause on that, man. Big pause on that, bro. You ready to smash up a couple man, yeah? Fuck you now, mate. You know what I mean? Who have you got first game back?
Villa.
Away?
It might be. Home or away, it don't matter.
I think home or away. Yeah, home and away. Spurs, they're not all that this season still.
They've picked it up a little bit, though. I can't lie, man. How about you, Jay, man? How you feeling right now? You're on top of the world, didn't it? You're on top of the world, bruv.
No, because we're top, no complaints, man. We can enjoy these 2 weeks. Literally, like, just leave it to you lot to do the dialogue. We'll be top. I know Romz is sitting there below us. I'm chilling at the top. I think Saka scores for England. Nice little cherry on the cake for the Gooners, and that's about it, bro.
Now we're gonna get into that, man, because there was a claim that Jermaine said last time, and hey, it sounded a bit wild before, but boy, right now, like I put in the title, I asked for the title favorites. So we're gonna talk about that more, man.
I can't lie, this break come at the perfect time for me. You lot schooling us 2-3 defeats on the bounce. I don't normally like international break. I'm used to my club steamrolling and doing this, that, and the other. But bro, we needed this. And what better opponents I should be at the game, but what better opponents to come back against United under the light Sunday night? I think it's the last game of the weekend. Listen, bro, we just need to get back to winning ways. That's the main thing.
No, 100%, bro. 100%, man. But yeah, big up everyone in the chat. We've got nearly 50 people here already, man. Let's see who's in here. Got man like Jerry. Big yourself up every single time.
Jerry, every time.
I think I need to mod you, actually. You're not modded right now, man. Same as Jules. I need to mod you as well.
The next bit stopping that, you should get Jerry on still. United fan, knows his stuff.
Okay. Jerry, I'll get him on. Yeah, I know him from Rance's channel, innit? So yeah, big himself up, man. Big up Matt. You must be new to the channel, bro. Maybe it's the first time you've commented. I've never seen you. Big yourself up. You got Teslim in here as well, man. Big yourself up, people, man. But let's get straight into it, man. Because listen, right now, I can't even lie, man. When I'm looking at Arsenal right now, they're looking like the most balanced team. You know, they're looking like they're most covered in pretty much every area. Obviously, we all went into the season looking at Liverpool and their business. You're looking at Wirtz, you're looking at, you know, Ekitike, you're looking at Salah signing, you're looking at Van Dijk staying. You know what I mean? You're looking at the midfield they already have. And we all expected them to kind of just hit the ground running and, you know, carry on where they left off. But we've seen that the performances haven't been, you know, that great from them. They're getting the wins and that, but it's not sustainable. And the past 3 games, you know, thank God my club's been a part of it. They've been on a little bit of a downward spiral, you know. And last time, actually, Jermaine said that he believes that Arsenal are going to win the league comfortably as long as they keep their main players fit, their key players fit.
I remember. He said that. I remember.
He said it with chest, and Romz looked at him, and we all looked at him and said, "Yo, you know what I mean?" But Jermaine,
don't get twisted. We'll get into it. It's still mad. Don't think I think it's still not a mad take. It's still a mad take, but it looks better for Jermaine. Feel like that. As we stand right now on 10th of October, it does look better for Jermaine.
Let me come to you, Jules. Let me come to you first, Jules. Yeah, like, do you? Who's your favorite right now, bro? Let's just get straight into it.
I don't fear Arsenal. I don't fear Arsenal. I don't fear them winning the league. I know what Arsenal are like, and I know Jermaine's probably gonna sit here and he's gonna be like, "Oh, it's hating Spurs fan bias." Yeah, it's not none of that. It's just over the last couple of years we've seen the maximum, like the ceiling of the team. And yeah, they've signed new players and they could extend that ceiling. But I think the one problem that we have, and they have, and will continue to have, is the mentality of their players just crumble at that last moment. So at the moment, it's all nice and good. I even predicted, I think Arsenal go 12, 13, 14, 15 games unbeaten. That's the type of club you are. You'll go on a run of games like that. But when the going gets tough, the turn of the year, because it's always the turn of the year. You man have always been top for Christmas. I grew up on Arsenal being top at Christmas. This is what you man are. Like, you start off the league heavy and hot. Yeah, we're doing good. 12, 13 unbeaten. We beat everyone up. Nobody's going to beat us. Look at our defense. We're going to have the best. We're breaking Jose Mourinho's record. I mean, we're hearing everything all the time. They said it last year. They're going to say it this year. But again, it always sounds nice until we get into that second part of the season and the pressure starts to get on and they have to turn up in these crunch games. They can't drop points in any game. And it's always the small teams, they end up dropping points again. Now, So look, Arsenal, you could say, are the favourites at the moment. I think they have a better squad than Liverpool. I will agree with that. I think they definitely have a better squad than Liverpool. They've got a more experienced squad than Man City, because I don't want to say it's better. I feel like Man City's quality-wise of players, they could probably go band for band with Arsenal, but the problem is that they've not gelled. A lot of the players are still a bit young. They still haven't fit in. They're not fitting in together right now. I feel like they have a lot of moving parts like Liverpool do, because if we actually look at it, the last 6 to 12 months, or even you can say the last 12 months, the City team has changed completely from the one that won the title before. It's a completely different team. So when you actually look at it, they're figuring things out like Liverpool are now. So Arsenal the most settled. So they look more polished than anyone else, but we'll know about Arsenal, the true Arsenal, once it gets into January and February. Right now, business as usual.
Do you know what, George? I got a vouch for you still, because before ball got kicked. In fact, when you were on the stream on Midday Live, George said your favourite is City to win the league, and not me, because I had them still as close as challengers, but everyone looked at you like you were a madman. So you've been saying you don't think Arsenal win the league, but just kind of George kind of summed up everything I was going to say, just kind of adding on to what he was going to say. Because I know obviously Jermaine's got going to say his piece on his club, but Arsenal have the squad and 11 to win the league. I'll never dish your squad, your players, whatnot, right? It's just your manager. I feel like when it gets to squeaky bum time, he's going to do a madness with selections or whatnot. And for me, he'll be the reason why you don't win this league, bro. I'm similar to George. Everyone's like, Arsenal going to win it. Are you shook, Romz? I'm like, if we don't win, it will be City. I don't fear this Arsenal team. Until they actually win the league, I'll shut up. And if you do win the league, I'll give you a credit. I've got egg on my face. I might have to come off Twitter because it will be mad on there. But until I see it, I'll believe it. But for me, it's us or City. I still have us 1 and 2. I still have Arsenal third. I'm not getting warped into the Arsenal are favourites and this, that, and other, because football, let's be honest, all of us are guilty of this. Football fans can be fickle. Like, let's say now, I don't think this happens, by the way. Let's say Arsenal drop points to Fulham and we beat United. It's, Arsenal still haven't got over their small club hoodoo, and Liverpool and now got it. Football changes like this, so we'll have to see. But I still think we're the favourites. We're in a tough time now. But Arsenal will still be up there. But until they change that manager, I think you win a trophy though, Jermaine. I think I've been saying no trolling. FA Cup's yours, but in terms of the big two, you'll need another manager, in my opinion.
How about you, Jermaine, man? How are you feeling about your team right now?
To just break down what George said, yeah. So when it came to City, you applied context in terms of, they're not gelling the same, etc., etc. Just to take you on the journey that Arsenal's been on to sort of provide some context. So season 22-23, we caught everyone by surprise and went on a title race. It took us by surprise. It took the league by surprise. We went on a title race, but we weren't there in the end. We were shocked to be there. Season before, we came 5th. The season after, when we did what we had under the new players with Saliba, Zinchenko, Jesus, where the style changed, we made 1-2 signings. We built on that. We came 2nd, but City were better than us. We hold our hands up. We took them blow for blow, but we got 89 points. They were better than us. Cool. Last season now, the most recent season, when we went into the season, we weren't favourites. I didn't look at Arsenal as favourites. I didn't even say we were going to win the league. So where you mentioned we said this last season, I didn't say this last season. Season before I said it. During last season, I might have said it, but what happened is, going into last season, Rodri got injured. So City weren't the same team. So then I thought, shit, we can win the league. So I did. That's when I said it. Last season, I thought, if City's not there, we've been going first and second with them for 2 years. I now think, cool, see out the way we can do it. But Liverpool, obviously, proven winners before. They were consistent. We had a lot of injuries. You can't take that away from Arsenal season. I know that makes people laugh, but the fact of the matter is it was an injury crisis. There's a difference between having injuries and an injury crisis. I saw 17-year-olds starting week in, week out in MLS and Ethan Ranieri in the title race. It got to the point where Ethan was right wing, Marino, that we've never seen before, was up front. And
these are two of the best young
left wing. And when Trossard was injured, we had to bring on Tierney left wing. That's exactly what we were going through. And it's the fact that even those youngsters that you can say are top or whatever, cool, they're the main Halem boys, cool. But at the end of the day, it's two 17-year-olds in the title race. And the 2 title races I saw before that, I saw men on the pitch. I saw our main players on the pitch. So where I'm now seeing these Barnet College black youths, I'm starting to think to myself, oh, what's actually going on here? Like, I'm being real with it. I'm actually looking at myself and I'm thinking, what's going on here?
Hey, time out.
Yellow card. That's a yellow card.
That's a solid yellow as well.
The season has now.
Why are you banging your own team?
No, because I'm giving the journey, bro. The season has now ended.
That was wild.
As men, we can all sit here and be honest with what we're seeing. We signed Eze. We signed. I even forgot who we signed. We signed everyone. We're stacked now. You know it. All 3 of you, man, know
you got more. So wait, you went from Barnet College black youths to Croydon College black youths. Is that what you're saying?
It's got to the point where we can probably say we're the best. We've never been able to say that for the first 3 years, but now the difference is we're looking at it as, yo, we're actually the best here. So just bear that in mind.
But then, what I will say,
go on.
Before you go on the injuries front, you have, as Arsenal fans, you have to take a bit of accountability. It's Arteta's squad building throughout the years as to why it looked that bad. Because let's say you had let's say you even, I'm not even saying Arteta needs to have amazing squad building, but let's say you bought in an out and out now. Because correct me if I'm wrong, since a bad man, you don't have an out and out now. We all knew Gabriel Jesus. I thought to be fair, that first 6 months for the World Cup, he did all right.
He was number 9 when he was signed. I remember Arteta saying he's the best striker.
Yeah,
one of
the 9
strikers in the Premier League. He said this.
It's embarrassing from Arteta because you've worked with him and you know he's not that clinical up top. So we all, even against us, Gabriel Jesus used to dunk on Liverpool all the time, but be from the right. It wouldn't really be as the main 9. Do you know what I mean?
That's why I thought we couldn't win the league because I saw us with Jesus and Havertz. So that's why we got
Jermaine.
I know he hasn't lived up to it, but you get it.
Jermaine, this is my point though, bro. Like Arsenal fan, you literally, I see Wavy Naz in the chat saying they all read from the same script, but it's kind of true because I get injuries happening. You did have a lot. I'm not going to, I think your whole front now is injured at a point, but had Arteta had bought more quality in previous seasons, like the drop off from your first 11 to your squad wouldn't have been as much. That's the only problem I have. And the thing is, you can look at examples. It's not even just to win the Prem, even the other trophies you dismissed because we won a trophy with kids in the final. Don won a trophy with an injury crisis. Spurs even had bare trophies and walked away, bare injury and walked away with a trophy.
What are these trophies you're talking about?
No. We're not allowed to do.
We can't win these trophies.
Not disrespect trophies. It's crazy.
This is why you are where you're at because you just dismiss trophies.
So what can I do about you guys winning trophies we don't play in?
No, but this is my point.
You played in the Europa League. You didn't win it.
League and Europa League.
Jermaine.
You played in the Europa League. You didn't win it. You never won it then.
What?
How many times did I say to play in there, bro? You didn't win it once.
Yeah, but that's the old days.
Bro, so you had a good enough team to win it?
John, let me learn quickly.
That's the old days. We didn't even have Saliba them times. I'm talking about the team we have now.
Yeah, but
so
Jermaine.
Whilst we're going for the Prem, if Don wants to pick up the Conference League on his way, there's nothing I can do. Okay?
No,
Jermaine, when we're going for the Prem, if Don wants to win the Conference League against those Russians, there's nothing I can do.
If you can't win the Prem, win the others, the FA Cup, which your club is the best at, or Carabao, just win something. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? Do you know why it's a cop out as well, Romz? Because correct me if I'm wrong, Jermaine. When you finished second the first time, you was playing Conference League and Europa League football, and Ruben Amorim was the manager that knocked you out when Aaron Ramsdale conceded from a halfway line goal. So you was playing Europa League in a season where you was competing for the title. You just couldn't manage. You couldn't manage the trophies. Yet again, season after that, you couldn't manage doing a title challenge and battling for trophies. This season's the first season where you're going to tell us, yeah, you're ready. But then you'll use the excuse like you did last year. You used context that we had an injury crisis. Every team has an injury crisis every year. Only Liverpool have been the luckiest team where they had like 2 years where they didn't have an injury crisis. But then the year after that, they got broken in half and they had no backline at all, bro. So,
but Jules, you know what's so funny though? Because these man, yeah, bro. Remember how Arsenal were lucky? They never used to get anyone injured like that. Yeah, the first year they competed, everyone managed to stay fit. Even that following year when they went on a mad run after Dubai, yeah, most of their players stayed fit that season as well. And I would tell Jermaine all the time because I'm in group chats with these minions. Yeah, Jermaine and there's a rest of the trolls. There's some gooner trolls that I'm in a group chat with. Yeah, and I'm always going back and forth with these minions. Yeah, so obviously I showed these man. I said, bro, you man will not compete without your key players. It's not happening. They were telling me, nah, fuck off. You're just hating. So then last season, what did you start to say? Oh, we didn't compete because we had Saka missing. We had that guy missing. I said, see? What did I tell you? What did I tell you the year before, bro? You ain't going to compete consistently without these guys. But that's not the be-all, end-all anyway, Jermaine. Because you can't look at the injuries that you had and think Arteta didn't have other solutions, bro. He was playing Marino as a 10, yeah? Playing Trossard as a 10 instead of Ethan in that position, yeah, when Ethan should have been playing there, right? Ethan came into the team. He actually looked really good. I remember when you lot played against Leicester, he did a madness that game because I was even in Paris watching that game in Paris. He did a mad thing. But before that, bro, he wasn't really getting trusted. So you got to look at your manager as well. So for me, Romz, yeah, the scary part for me is if Arteta actually takes off that handbrake. Because right now, they have tools for every situation, yeah? They can start Eze and Odegaard and just play Zubimendi and just kill teams like that, bro, right? But if he consistently shoehorns Declan Rice into the team, playing him as an 8 and ruins the fluidity of the attack and that's when it's going to be, that's when for me...
They've done that, but their captain is too busy doing hair flicks and falling on the floor. That man's got what? He got injured. How does man go off with an injury 3 games in a row? 3 starts. It's crazy, bro. Your captain...
Yeah, it is.
Can you not hear me?
Yeah.
You do want to turn up a bit,
what do you mean by shoehorns Declan Rice into the team?
As in, bro, he's not an 8. He's not an 8 for me. He's bro. You've seen this season. His best performances have come in the double pivot. That's the best position.
So you're trying to say Declan Rice needs someone next to him?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yes, and I think that there's better players in your team.
He's a 6 more than an 8. Or
yes.
6 in a pivot.
He is 100%.
He's a 6. He's a 6 next to someone else, bro. That's more progressive. That's his best role.
You two agree, yeah? I don't think he's the best at picking up from the back 4. That's how I want my 6 to play. I think he's probably a bit more of an 8.
Because he don't progress it.
That's why he needs to be in a pivot. That's why he needs to be in a pivot, Romz. If you play next to that's why he needs.
Because a lone 6, I think you may disagree. I agree with you actually. If he's a 6 with someone next to him, I hear it. But a lone 6, I remember Arteta tried that and it was scary, bro.
Bro, he got moved. Why do you think he got moved?
You know it is. At the end of the day, because he's one of the best, if not the best, centre midfielder in the Premier League. I don't mind you not giving your verdict and your opinions because we've got Declan Rice and you don't. But
what does that mean, bro? What does that mean?
What do you mean?
Jermaine, I'm gonna do a
you didn't have players like Enzo, you might be up there.
Right.
What does that mean? Yeah,
you didn't have players like Enzo that run with the ball like they've got yogurt in their tummy, then you might have been up there.
Yeah, but bro, Enzo outperformed him last season. So what that yogurt clearly helped him.
What? You do this
for everything, though. Offensively, even in some defensive metrics, he beat him on that part as well. Me and Terry were just talking about it now on the terrace, and I showed him. You know what I mean? Do you want me to show you as well? Because I can show you.
So you're trying to say Enzo was better than Rice last season?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yes.
What about the season before?
Rice was better than the season before. Enzo was average the season before. He was meaty.
Oh,
but again, you got context, right? Context. Look at the system. And he had a hernia. He had a hernia.
Stats, yeah, using stats, you can probably give me loads of players that were better than Rice last season. It doesn't really mean anything. Because at the end of the day, if you had Rice instead of Enzo, you would have got more points in the Premier League.
Not necessarily, because our problem last season wasn't Enzo. Our problem last season was
he's a better player. Yeah. So he's gonna take you out of situations that you might not have been in. He's gonna help in situations you might not have got that help in. He's just a better player.
You're waffling, bro, because Enzo didn't even have 10 assists last season, right? And he created. Hold on. Let me finish my point. Our problem last season wasn't our midfield. In fact, that was the strongest part of our team. Yeah. The problem last season was guys like Noni that you lot think you've elevated somehow, missing chances. Yeah, guys like Jackson missing chances. Yeah, and I know Jules is shaking his head because I'm being shameless now. But listen, I was cooking it. I was cooking Noni in front of goal last year. Our major problem when you break down our season, we finished with the third best defense. Our midfield in terms of the creativity. You look at Caicedo's season last year, the goals that Palmer and Enzo both scored in that wasn't the problem. It was the attack, yeah. That wasn't they weren't doing their job in front of goal. You know what I mean? You can't go into the new year, Jermaine, yeah, and Cucurella be your highest goal scorer. That's when you know you're fucking around. You know what I mean? And then when you want to talk about injuries, because you spoke about injuries earlier, we had Jackson, yeah, and Gil both injured at the same time.
You're not allowed to talk about Gil. He's not even got a Premier League goal for you, man, has he?
It's coming, bro. Don't worry about that.
If he ain't got a Premier League goal, you can't talk about him. I'm not trying to hear about it. Let me say Dane Scarlett's injured because he's actually scored goals. Dane Scarlett scored goals. Am I going to complain about him being injured, bro? Stop the foolishness, man.
You're going to see. Yeah, but the point I'm making.
Fam. He's only scored goals in the Conference League against FC Noah. What are we doing here, bro?
He scored in the Carabao Cup as well, actually, for Sunderland, mate. If you didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, and listen, don't worry, man. Hey, listen, the Gil thing, just let him play and you'll see for yourself. You know what I mean? Right? But the point that I'm making anyway, Jermaine, the point that I'm making, you're waffling about Rice. Our problem last season wasn't Chelsea needed Rice. We needed fucking players that could put the ball into the back of the net majority of the games because we just kept missing too many chances. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about the games that are coming after the break, yeah, because it's interesting. You know, Liverpool have Man United at Anfield, right? And Arsenal have a Fulham team who they tend to drop points against usually. You know, last season they drew with them. I think the season before that you lost to them at home away, innit? You lost to them away, innit, Jermaine?
No, Chateau, I'm laughing, yeah.
Why?
Because you know the way you're saying, we've got Fulham that we've dropped points against, blah blah blah. You know, honestly, hand on heart, yeah. The way I don't know this stuff. Well, we win every week mostly.
You know what I mean? This is deluded, Jermaine.
No, but that's just the life I live.
This is deluded, Jermaine.
Not because you lost against Fulham. I'm pretty sure
10 games. We played 9 or 10
not
games.
The team that was it not 0-0 draw last year?
No, we played 9 or 10 games.
1-1. I think it was 1-1, I swear. And they thought Saka scored last minute, bro. They thought Saka scored last minute. It was offside.
Yeah, we played 9 or 10 games this season. Yeah, we've lost 1 and we conceded 3.
Yeah, but listen to the question. Let me land the point.
I can tell Jermaine's one of them Arsenal.
I'm telling you, deluded Jermaine, bro. I called him DJ from Jermaine.
What did you do? Because you blow the Chelsea trumpet.
Let me ask you, Jermaine.
You blow the Chelsea trumpet all the time, yeah? And I don't know what you're blowing it over. Because right now you can be with your.
And yeah, Don, I was gonna say you didn't want to mention that you're coming up against the Nottingham Forest side that hasn't yet got a win. Don't worry
about that. We'll get to me.
We'll get to me. And Don, you admit this to the Chelsea fan and the people in the chat will, because I was speaking to Charlie the other day. Our two clubs, Liverpool and Chelsea, after international breaks, historically ain't been the best, bro. 12:30 kickoff at Forest as well. As much as they're dead on the Ange, listen, 12:30 kickoffs are funny times to play.
They are.
Your first win. It's just who we are. You know what I mean? Like,
listen, with Cherry FC, we'll talk about that because that needs to be a mentality shift. But that's the point I'm getting at, Jermaine. Yeah. Do you believe that the mentality in the team has shifted now to go and make a game like a Fulham that you tend to drop points against? Yeah, because bro, Arsenal fans that have a PTSD with Fulham. Yeah, you've got PTSD against these guys. Do you believe that there's going to be a big enough mentality shift because you've got the quality to go there and actually leave with the 3 points, especially if Liverpool drop points, bro?
For me, the mentality question is later down the league, later down the season, like when it's.
I agree with that.
When it's in the second half of the season, and the reason why is because since being an Arsenal fan, we always pass a test of apparently we ain't beat this team, then we beat them, or apparently we always lose and then we got the draw. So, like for example, last season, I think they said every time Liverpool dropped points, we went on drop points, and then this time Liverpool dropped points and we won. But overall, it doesn't mean anything to me because we always break these little things and we didn't beat West Ham for a while, apparently, then we beat West Ham. That stuff doesn't then make me think, okay, we're going to do it this time. I'll question the mentality later down the season. But because I'm not going to let you get away with what you said, I'm just going to bring up one small thing here. You see the way Chelsea are not the same Chelsea we grew up in. I was even watching, I don't know if you lot see it on TikTok, there was like some City versus Chelsea highlights and I see like Hazard was playing, William was running around. I see that. So obviously, when I saw
the league,
Diego Costa and that Conte manager, I was like, oh shit, this is that team that wears the blue kit. They used to be a good team. So obviously, where you lot were good back then, and you're actually just not that team anymore, but you're the loudest. So how do you expect me to act if I'm above you?
Yeah, we're the loudest. Bro, when we get humbled,
you rate Chelsea, yeah, bears, isn't it? You like the guy say, because you got good players, I won't lie.
Yeah.
But the way you're positive Chelsea, if you're positive from down there, how can you call me deluded Jermaine that you've been calling me for years?
No, because you're like, you know, we win every week and that. But end of the day, bro, you haven't won anything. That's the beauty of it.
I know, but I can't win. That's true. Yeah. But the problem is I can't win in October. That's
so you're gonna come the end of the season, you're gonna have trophies that you're collecting.
Could have won in May.
Away from these comments.
Could have won in May. You could have won in February. You just weren't good enough to. That's not.
But you know what I'm saying? If we win the next 3 games 10-0, you're gonna tell me I ain't won anything. I can't win in October. So
it's a fact.
What do you want me to do?
No, but end of the day, Jermaine, listen, people are going to be skeptical about you lot because we've seen you lot literally choke in many situations. Yeah, even that first year, Jules, when they competed, yeah, with Saka, Jesus, and that, they should have won the league that year, bro. You went to Anfield that season, yeah, and were winning 2-0, and you bottled it. You went to West Ham away and you bottled it, bro. You bottled it against Southampton.
Southampton that year or the year after?
Southampton as well. No, it was the same year. That was the same year when Saka missed the penalty against West Ham, right? So what I'm saying is these players now, Jermaine, yeah, there's zero excuses because you have a lot of players in your team that have experienced pressured environments, you know, Champions League and the Prem, yeah, title challenges and whatnot, yeah. Your manager's been managing this team now, bro. Certain man started year 7 and they're now in 6th form. Arteta's still there. You know what I mean? When Arteta first came, he had jet black hair, yeah. Now man's hair is looking ashy. It's starting to look ashy on the sides and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So this guy's been there for a long time, bro. He's getting grey hairs now. He's been there for time, bro. You know what I mean? Think of it, man. They've won this school for time and they've won one thing. He hasn't won nothing with the team that he's built. Yeah, absolutely nothing. So when man are skeptical about Arsenal winning, we've got every right to feel like that.
Every right to feel like that. You know, Jermaine, I've said this. If you win the Premier League, bro, so I troll you lot probably on a daily, let alone weekly basis. Yeah. If you win the Prem, I have to, bro. I'll shut up because, bro, everything I thought you could do.
Because you just spent 400 million in the summer, so you should shut up. Bro, you should be embarrassed.
Jermaine, I'll be the first. These two will tell you. I'll be the first little fan to tell you. If we don't win the league, it's a failure, bro. It's a failure. I'll tell you straight away, bro. That's the standards I have for my club. Because you're right. We broke the transfer record for 2 players, and they're not doing niche at the moment. But as for you, look, what my point is, if you win the league, I won't say a bad word about Arteta again because, bro, over a 38-game season, that I'll have to shut up. Do you get? But until I see that, I can always question it. And I think you actually hit the nail on the head in your segment just then. For me, I'm going to say it now. And George said he grew up on it, and we all did. I think Arsenal will be top of the league at Christmas, bro, because I feel like we'll drop a few more points until then. I think you lot will as well, but not as much as us. So I actually think you'll be top of the tree. But word to what you said, it's the second half of the season. It's the running where I'm really going to see what Arteta are made of. And that's when I think us and City just have that mentality edge over you lot. But again, if you lot win the league, bro, until you do it, I can't. It's one of them things where I have to actually see the Premier League at the Emirates and everyone celebrating for me to actually believe this, bro. Because I just think Arteta is the enemy of your club. You've got the players to. Because I speak to a lot of Goonies. I say, what's different about this season? And they're saying, if Arteta makes a mad change or a mad starting 11, they still feel you got the quality to override his mad decisions. And I kind of get that logic because you do have the best squad for me in Europe. I think our 11's still better than yours when everyone's on some, but I can't really say that right now. We've just lost 3 in a row. But I think on paper, our 11's better. But wait, played on paper. Do you get it? Right now, you don't on paper there. Bro, our 11 on paper is better.
How many of your man for man? How many?
Man for man?
Yeah, man for man.
Go for it.
Straight away, I'll actually go through.
Let's go through it then.
Our keeper's better than yours.
Wait. The goalkeeper, yeah.
You've got both fullbacks.
Alisson's established as the best goalkeeper in the world for like 4 years.
You can have the goalkeeper, but
yeah.
You can have the goalkeeper, but just to let you know, it's basically the same thing. I can give it to you though. Do you know? That's why I say that, yeah, because we've got a goalkeeper that keeps bringing up he's grabbing the golden boots, he's saving it, he's doing well with his feet. So you can even say it's the same thing. But
At 4, I would say you have 3 out of the 4 back 4. I think you've got both fullbacks because our fullbacks right now aren't it. I think we've only got Van Dijk in our back four.
Oh.
Yeah, so you've got Calafiori, Timber, Gabriel, and Van Dijk. That I don't know if these two disagree. That I think that will be the back four now. Yeah.
For me, as an overall defense, player-wise, it's probably 2. Actually, who's your left back? Kirkes. Kirkes isn't he meant to be better than Calafiori?
Yeah, but
he was a better start.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know, if we have the right back and one of the centre backs. But so I think
if you're giving the left back, you're making it.
I think as a whole, I don't. You know,
I
think our defense is better in terms of Arsenal defense and keeper. I think it's better than your defense and keeper.
Wait,
that's been proven.
Collective, of course. Individually, I still don't think you have a better centre back than Van Dijk, and you don't have a better keeper. I think if you go individual, as a collective, of
centre back and right back, centre back and right back is 2, and then you're saying the left back.
I think Calafiori right now is better than Kirk.
Okay, so that means we have 3 out of 5 right now. Left back, right back.
Yeah, 3. And now let's go to the midfield 3. I'll probably say Rice, Gravenberch, and right now probably Eze in the 10.
Nah.
Okay, that means we have 2. See, I told you I'm gonna.
No, but then listen to me.
You're doing it in form. That's the thing. If you're doing it,
let's say for names. Everything.
Yeah, let's do names.
McAllister's in there.
Oh, everything, man. Everything. As in like.
If we're doing namesake, George is right. We've got McAllister and Gravenberch in that midfield. If we're doing name, and you probably have Rice.
McAllister is not better than Odegaard. No, he's not. No, he's not.
He's better than Eze and Odegaard. What are we doing?
Odegaard, I like Odegaard, but come on, bro. What are we doing?
He's not. But cool. And then front 3, what are we saying?
We got 2 out of 3. In fact, yeah, we got Salah and Isaac. I'll bet them Gokres and Saka. Please don't even argue this, bro. We're going over.
Yeah, and Gakpo's better than Martinelli.
Yeah, in fact, we got 3 out of 3. This is what I mean. The team, we've got more players now. Do the math, yeah. We got the front 3, 2 in the midfield.
Not starting for Arsenal.
Gakpo
and Trossard's the same shit.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, man. The same shit. This is what I mean by the same shit. It's the same nonsense. You think I take a man that looks like that seriously?
Bro, I've just counted the team. It's literally half and half.
2-2 and skin fade to be left winger, man. He doesn't have to look. He doesn't have left wing drip.
Jermaine, I just counted player for player. We would have 6 players. You would have 5. Like, that's what I mean. Is we edge you by 1 player, bro.
No edge. Liverpool not betting us. Okay, because shut up, why? Because even if you do that 11 where you're doing 6 versus 5, bro, our bench wipes the floor. Wipes it.
That I agree with you. When it comes to bench, we can't really.
If you can name the 5 subs, and I start naming people like
it's funny because what are you gonna do? Start naming all your centre backs? How are they gonna come on and impact the game like that? You can see games out, like Don said, you can pull the handbrake up whenever you want, but whenever it comes to be pushing down on the acceleration, who you got? Madueke, Trossard.
You know what it is,
You haven't got names like that.
Recently, they're
in the summer, that is there's an article in the summer that I read, it basically said that Arteta doesn't want an A and a B team. He wants 2 11s. Bro, you know there's guys like Havertz, Jesus, Eze. Bro, these are top players. Even if you start Zubimendi, Rice, that means only Odegaard or Saka. I mean, Odegaard or Eze is going to play. So Jesus, Havertz, who else is there? Like a Eze, Madueke, a Trossard or a Martinelli. We got the Mosquera guy. King Cappy hasn't even played yet. I don't know what he's on. Kepa and goal, bro. We got 2 teams, bro. You barely got 1. Listen, I agree with that. Listen, you're gonna try in it, Romz, yeah? Try your best.
Wow. You know, I'm happy to call this pit stop because with every international break, we're coming back and doing this conversation. Because listen, this is what I mean, Jermaine. You're high and mighty now, top of the league, whatnot. But football changes quickly, bro. And again, we're cooked right now. I'll be the first to admit it. We are cooked right now. But don't let us listen. In my opinion, you lot will need a 7-8 point gap to us in City, and even then, will the pressure be too much? Because shit, like we're actually playing Zayden now. How do we deal with this? But listen, make sure you actually get that gap, because if we click away, still a point or 2 away from you, I still back my club to win the league.
You're only going to ask. You can do is hope we get injuries. That's it.
Say that again.
You have to hope we don't get injuries. Like, you got to hope there's no more Eze and these guys. That's the only way.
Yeah, but cool. There's something called a January window. And I now actually back my owners and my directors where if they see we should be in the tower race, if they see we're still near the top and whatnot, bro, I back us to dip dip in January. We probably have to get a centre back now because Leone's out for the season. We've only got 3 fit senior centre backs, 2 of them are injury prone. I back my club to go in January and bolster the squad. We never used to, but I back us to do it this time. And you know what? We've made big signings in January. The Suarez's, the Luis Diaz's, just ask George. Sorry, I had to chime that in there. But we've made big January signings, bro. So we're not scared to do that. So as long as we can stay with you or top by January, I back my club to win the league, bro. I'm not one of these little fans that are going to throw the towel in and slot out right now. Like, we're still going to win the league right now, bro.
So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something before I bring Romz into this here. Let me come to you, George, first of all. Yeah, then I'll listen to what Romz has got to say. Yeah. Let's say Arsenal go away to Fulham now. Yeah, Craven Cottage. I hope you're going to the game as well, Jermaine. Nice little stadium. I like the Cottage. Yeah, and Liverpool somehow, bro, they drop points, whether that's a loss or a draw. Yeah, bro. What are you saying then, George, bro? Are you starting to now? Start to get a bit of squeaky bum time there if that happens, yeah, where Arsenal now start to create a little bit of a gap, yeah, with the squad that they've got, are you going to start to feel a little bit shaky, bro, a little bit nervous?
Still too long left in the season for me to start getting nervous. Again, I generally can't get nervous till the end of the season. I remember when they had the massive gap on City, I was here online, on shows, telling people they're not going to win the league. They're not going to win the league. Because like Ron said, until I see it, I'm never going to believe it.
I can't believe
it. I used to say this to a gal all the time. Like, he used to tell me, but it's changed. It's changed. And I was like, bro, you've told me it's changed so many years in a row now. Like, I'm never going to believe you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you. Even when it happened, I need to see it. And until we see it, we're right. Prove me right. Prove me wrong, I'm saying. Because until, like, at this moment in time, as we play out the season, I'm right. Like I said, you can't win nothing in October. Okay, but I'm right until May then. Shit, like, that's what I'm on, bro.
Do you know what, Jermaine? I've even seen the celebratory, like, equipment in the background. You remember the one on Twitter? I've seen everything but the actual trophy being lifted. I've seen everything at your ground, bro. We need to see it to believe it.
This is what I'm saying. We're all at the same age group here. So, like, I don't fully remember when Arsenal won the league. Like, obviously, I remember it happening, but
I don't really agree with you.
7, 8, you know what I mean? Jules, you were 5 years old or something, bro, when it happened. You know what I mean?
Me and George did, I think, the same year, so I don't really remember it happening.
That's like me. I don't know how old you are, but I'm born in 96, innit? So I don't really remember Chelsea being good, if I'm being honest.
you literally, don't let me start. Do you want me to start exposing you, Jermaine, bro? Huh? Because I've got a look at something on my phone I can share to people, you know.
Do you know that's cheeky? Do you know how that's cheeky? Because you definitely remember the I can't lie, the Mourinho ones I might have been.
When you would have started to understand football at like 9, 10, that was when Mourinho was there.
And then Carlo in 2010 with that mad Drogba season. Oh, come on, man.
Me and this guy the same age, yeah? Me and this guy the same age, bro. Bro, I've seen my club win trophies, serious majors, prems in the primary school, yeah? In secondary school. I've seen it in sixth form. I've even seen it in uni. You know what I mean? So I've seen it in different stages of my life. Of course you remember, broski. Yeah? Don't let me show the man them what picture top you had on when you were younger. You want to tell them what should I tell them? You want to tell them what should I tell them? I can share it. You know what I mean? I can share it. Yeah. He had a big lion on his chest.
I used to play for academies.
Academies. This guy plays like he's got 2 left feet. Yeah. This is my boy from Ends, people. I know him.
You were the kicker.
I know you. I know you. You go from East. I know you. You know what I'm saying, bro? Yeah. But very, very cheeky from you, bro. Don't ever try.
Listen, I've only ever supported one football club just to make it clear. When I was younger, yeah, sometimes family members buy you kits.
And he sent it to me. I've got a picture of Jermaine wearing the Chelsea top. People.
That old
Anyway, they buy you tops.
This is the problem this is what happens when you win 9 out of 10 games because they can't say anything about the football. They get personal. That's what happens. It's about me. It's all about me and what tops I wear. That's what we're doing.
Let me ask you then, Romz, isn't it? How you, bro? If you drop points against United, yeah, and these men win that game, bro, yeah, are you gonna feel like George? Are you gonna say, "Oh, it's too early," or are you gonna be like, "Yo, this crisis is crazy"?
It will still be too early, but I will be worried because let me tell you something about this United team. Yeah, I was there in Jan. Do you not remember there was snow that day? They were gonna call it off. It was the first week of the new year. Yeah, I was there and. They drew 2-2. They should have. If any Liverpool fan says they shouldn't have won the game, they're lying. Bro, me and a few others left the ground thinking, bro, we got away with one. Maguire should have scored was it Maguire or Ahmad? One of them put it over the bar last minute, yeah? They should have won. Amarin, and we were better then, more balanced then. We were pressing better as a team. Do you get it? Like, we were on a good run, whatnot. And that wasn't even Ten Hag. Ten Hag, the team we beat early in the season, but Amarin, they should have, big up Mustafa, they should have won, right? But I think now we're under massive pressure. Lost 3 back-to-back games, right? Let's be honest. Yes, United, they beat Sun and whatnot, but they're still dead. I know we're bad, but we're not as bad as them. And if there's... You might think I'm mad. I'll rather this game, coming back from the international break, than like a Burnley or a Sunderland at Anfield. I'd rather United, because we have to rise for this under the lights, bro. And I feel like the players now need to say to themselves, bro, if we want this league, we have to be winning these games. Of course, it's our arch rival. They're going to make it so uncomfortable for us, bro. But we have to be winners. But Don, to answer your question, if we even draw this game, and remember, for me, Arsenal will get the 3 points. I know that Fulham's been historically your bogey team, but again, I think you're going to be top at Christmas. I think you're going to go on a run, like George said. But you'll be what, 4 points clear going into us playing United. Bro, we have to win this game. But if we drop points, Don, I'll start to get worried. Not going to lie. I won't say it's over. But it's like, bro, I'm worried now.
Arsenal have got their tough run after the next international break where they come to us. And then I think they got like Chelsea. They got a few tough teams
and
after that. Like going into that December period. Yeah. End of November, going into December. That's when Arsenal got tough games, like just before Christmas. So you'll see them.
Yeah, I mean, Liverpool next set of games, bro, they're going to be interesting, man, because they've got United at home. You've got Frankfurt Champions League, but you've got Brentford away. And Brentford right now, I can't lie, with your shabby-looking defense, bro, them long balls, you got to deal with them.
I can't lie, Don, that's a tough game. You would know that, but that's a tough game. Do you know what's mad, though? We're playing them. We're playing them the same evening that you played them at the same time. You played them 8 o'clock on Saturday. We're playing them at the same time, bro.
All right, make sure you try to go to that stadium. It's a nice stadium, man. Make sure you try to go.
I'm going to try still. I'm going to try. Yeah. But you know what it's done? I'll be real. Like, you see where we're content creators now. One of my boys actually supports Brentford. I can get a home ticket, but you need to be with your away fan. Like, you can't really be with the home fans anymore.
Nah, man, I've done that. I've been West Ham bare time, still in the home crowd, just blending, bro. No
one spotted you. No one spotted you.
Nah, I haven't been spotted. Not West Ham. I've been cutting
George, you already know that kind of what I do out of work, but God knows that when I'm at Chelsea's ground a bit, bro, like people have noticed it and it can get a bit, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to mix with the away fans too much. But in terms of these games, Don, like I'll go through them. Like again, football not played on paper. I think United, we will win. Frankfurt, Ekatike's homecoming. You know what? That's a game the likes of Verks and whatnot should actually do well in.
Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, you just said his homecoming. This how I know this thing is like actually they make the fixtures when they press that button, bro. Because how many homecomings do I keep seeing? Enzo Fernandez homecoming. Yeah, we had Jose Mourinho. Obviously, we didn't know about that before, but KDB, bro. Yeah, Man City. There's been bare homecomings, bro. That button, I'm telling you, they do this shit before.
Dembele should have had. Dembele, if he was fit, he would have had one against obviously Barca in that as well. Like, there's better people facing their own clubs. You're right, but that Frankfurt game, the likes of Ekatike, Verts that are used to that league, these are the type of teams they used to cook. So we should actually win that game, right? Brentford away. I'm gonna go with a tight, ugly win. I'm saying now, Palace put the Sarr goal in the bag. Because Sarr just loves scoring against Liverpool. I think he scored in his last 4 or 5 games in a row. Put the Sarr goal in the bag, and I think that goes straight to penalties after. We don't really lose at Anfield. So, do you know what? I'm going to say this year, that game goes to penalties. I don't know who actually will win after that, but Liverpool and Palace, in my opinion, will go to penalties. Villa will be at Anfield. Madrid.
8 o'clock as well. 8 o'clock there.
Yeah, Madrid. Alonso's got them cooking. Do you know what, I don't back us to lose at Anfield. But that game, we're not just going to flat out say a win. We might even draw that Madrid game.
City away on the weekend as well.
City away.
And you keep slobbing them off. You keep saying that you're not ruling them out, man. And big up behind the dugouts because he says Man City are going under the radar. this season. Nobody's not saying much on them. And yeah,
no,
that
behind the dugout, I've said from the jump, I think they finished second and us. I've never written off City, bro. People saying this old team, they don't have the same title winning players. They still got the best striker in the world and the best manager. People writing them off are just, for me, crazy. But that City game, I can't see us winning it 2 years in a row, bro. But you know what? It's easy to say this now, but let's say we win games in a build-up. We're giving our predictions early, but if I had to speak as of now, Don, I'd say that City game a draw. So Madrid, City a draw. Palace, Liverpool, it will go penalties. I can't give a winner. But I think our next four, we get 4 W's. United, Frankfurt, Brentford, and Aston Villa in Champions League and Prem. I think we start to get back on a winning run, bro. That's my thing.
Don, you're muted, bro.
You're mute. I thought that was me.
Let me show Arsenal's one. So I've got Arsenal's ones up here. I don't want to show too many of Liverpool's because, bro, like between now and end of November and that, it's too far ahead. You've got to see who's available and things like that, form and whatnot. But Arsenal's next set of fixtures, Jermaine, chat to us about them, bro.
Let me see what's going on here.
Put the glasses.
I need his glasses and that.
So we
got. You need a bigger.
No, it's calm. But what am I saying?
Zoom it like one more in so you could see it like proper.
Let me zoom it.
I can see.
I ain't got glasses and it's small for me, for real.
No, it's calm. But what?
Is that all right?
Yeah, it's calm.
Yeah.
Atletico Madrid. I think that'll be a nice game to watch. They got what's that guy's name? The striker Alvarez.
Yeah. He's been on form as well.
He's looking like he's getting crazy, but we'll win that. Brighton League Cup. No, it's
Brighton League Cup. He's going crazy. Yeah, we'll win that. Like so.
And then what? No, is it Brighton or Fulham? It's Fulham, innit? It's going down.
Bro, that's Palace after, bro.
What'd you say?
Where'd you get the glasses from, bro? Did you make them yourself?
Bro, it's getting left, right, bro.
Bro, it's going that way. Atletico Madrid, then Palace.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's getting left, right, bro. Make better tables, bro. Why are you making it like that?
That's how it is on the thing.
Google.
Just Google, bro.
Bro.
He thought you made it.
Yeah, bro.
You make this, bro. This is Google.
Bro. Do things in order, bro. Keep it.
Bro, that's how it is on Google, though. That's how it comes up.
Nah, bro. You called delay to the
Look to your right. You go to your right.
Delay to the thing.
After Atletico Madrid, you've got Palace at home. So go and carry on.
So Atletico Madrid, yeah. Palace at home. Bro, what do you want me to say about these fixtures, bro? We're gonna win every game, bro. Like, I don't even know what to say to you.
Bruh.
No. Like, realistically, what am I even reading? Bro, listen, all you guys gotta do is hope in May that it's not happening. You gotta hope.
Do you know? I'm gonna say it now.
You gotta hope.
I'm gonna say it now, and not just because George is on the panel. Yeah, that Arsenal Spurs game, I think Spurs get some. I think they get a draw. I don't care if you're at home because Thomas Frank, say what you want about. Like Ange and all these managers, they weren't as defensively sure. This Spurs team, how many have you conceded this season, George? Hardly, not that much.
5 or 6 in the Prem. 5
yeah,
or 6.
bro. I think Spurs, listen, they're not going to want you to win the league. That extra incentive. Thomas Frank's good defensively, bro. I think that's got a draw. I don't think Spurs will win, but I think they could get a draw from that game.
We're actually going to be a part of this. So I mean, end of November.
Oh my days. Is that their week? Spurs Bayern.
That's what I told you. They've got a mad week going into that end of November, December period.
Hey, but the thing is,
make sure.
That same week, yeah, we have Barcelona.
The game I feared the most out of that shit is the Chelsea one, just because of this.
Oh, okay. So now you're fearing us.
That's the home ones, but Chelsea one, I don't know. The thing that will give me more confidence for the Chelsea one is if we fuck up Tottenham and Bayern, then it's like let's rectify it. I don't know. That Chelsea one is going to be... But I went to the bridge last season. I think... Did I go last season? Was last season the 1-1? When Martinelli scored?
It was 1-1. You scored... Yeah, Martinelli scored.
That game. Yeah. So I went to that game and I can't lie. It was a bit techie. It weren't easy. And I think the game we played before that might have been the 2-2. And we kind of got lucky because Rice scored because Sanchez done the mad thing. And there was an open goal. So... Yeah. We've been struggling a bit at the bridge. That Chelsea one, Spurs at home is a rivalry at home, so that's just the crowd getting up for it. Bayern Munich at home, they're a tough side, isn't it? So the reason why I don't think we're gonna win them all. Like, there's 10 games, we're gonna win all of them. But
you said that earlier, though. You said that earlier.
You literally just said that.
You said you're gonna win all these games.
We're gonna win all of them. Like, what?
Yeah, but you didn't scroll down.
I'm seeing some bananas there, bro. I can't lie.
Scroll down to this. But anyway, bro, I'm talking now, innit? But anyway, bro, that Bayern Munich game, that one could be a draw. That one, because obviously it's Bayern, bro.
Yeah, I can't lie.
They're gonna come with Kane, Elise, and all the madness. So
Kane loves the Emirates.
I don't really care about these Champions League games, yeah, because I heard that if you come top 8, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not like last season. So I don't know if there's a difference between if we come first and third, because Liverpool came first, and I think they got PSG next.
But that's only because do you know what it is, Jermaine? That's only because you had big teams at City, PSG, Madrid. They were underperforming it, so they got into the middle bit. But to be fair though, there'll be a few more surprises. So like they say, if you're first, you're guaranteed an easier run. We weren't, but like you'd like to think the best teams actually finished.
PSG done that switch last year when they got Kvaratskhelia in January and they became a different team. Yeah. So with Bayern, that's techie, because I think they're one of the main teams, bro. Like, you know, if there's like 4 teams in Europe or 5, no, it's Bayern.
Yeah, they're up there. I hear that. They're
so that one could be whatever, but that Chelsea one, that's the one that's gonna be, because you know Don doesn't care what state Chelsea are in. If they win that game, that's all he needs.
Yeah. John, do you know what I'm gonna say? Don, you know what I'm gonna say? Do you not dunk on us and not dunk on the team you as a fan base? If you are a Chelsea fan, you'd rather be at the Bridge. Arsenal or Liverpool. Actually, some actually hate us, but come on, the majority hate Arsenal.
Chelsea fans hate Liverpool, including myself,
Liverpool, bro.
But I hate you.
No, but if you have to pick the lesser evil, it's us over Arsenal, isn't it? Like most Chelsea fans say Arsenal. But that's what I'm saying. Don't go and dunk on us and then not dunk on both clubs, bro.
We need to, man. We need to, bro. I'm telling you.
And you have more players. You have more players back. Palmer, you have a few defenders back. So
yeah, I'll be real though. If we lose to Chelsea, it don't matter. It don't matter. They're a main club. They ain't beat us in 7 games. You get a win. This guy's gonna act like it changes everything, but no.
Jeremy.
Defensive narratives.
It depends. It depends
on man called him Jeremy.
Or is it Jeremy?
Jermaine, but it's calm, man. I don't even care, bro. I don't know why Don's even Kevin.
My boy's called Jeremy. Sorry.
Yeah,
but Jermaine,
so many times as well.
Jermaine.
I was thinking, who is he talking to? Then I can't talk to me. I was like, still.
My bad. But Jermaine, yeah, the reason why it does matter, yeah, because let's say you go into that Chelsea game, like, I don't know, a point on top, and then they beat you. Then us in City are still yet to play, bro. You just want to keep like a healthy lead ahead of the rest, bro. So it does matter. You can't say that, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. In a title race, every game matters.
We're gonna lose again, innit? So
now, and for us, it matters a lot, man. Because, bro, like I said, it's been a while since we've beaten them. Like every single time we go to the Emirates as well, yeah. I know that's at the Bridge, but like something always happens against these men, right? We go to the Emirates. Palmer's been here he's been here 3 years now. Man hasn't played there once. He's always injured when we play these guys, bro, at the Emirates, yeah? And at home, Sanchez giving the ball to Rice. You know what I mean?
No, last season, he's not injured. The last time he was ill. Is he running from the ground?
Yeah, diarrhea and that. Yeah. Remember that game last season, bro? We should have gone 1-0 up, yeah, if Gusto fucking opened his eyes. Man missed the goal from like 3 yards out. When the ball's in the air, he closes his eyes, the ball goes over the fucking bar. And then Sanchez shit at the near post and that. So boy,
he beat them at the Emirates quite often, and then it just went lost.
Bro, we used to growing up, my childhood, yeah. Drogba was the Arsenal slayer. He was the Arsenal slayer, bro. Every game, Drogba would be showing up, yeah. But let's move on anyway, because I want to talk about Tottenham. You know, Jules, let's get you into this because Jermaine's been saying that Tottenham are better than Chelsea, or he's rating them more than Chelsea in the group chats and whatnot. I rate Frank. I was telling you about Frank before, like. He always tends to have our number every time we play Brentford and whatnot. And I haven't been, overly impressed by Spurs in terms of their performances. I think your results have been impressive, but your creativity can improve. Now, obviously, you'll get into that, the reasons why. Xavi Simons and whatnot, all of these things, cool. He stabilized your team and you're conceding less. But I still want to see more from Tottenham for me to really, believe in what you're doing. But then again, it's the start of start of his time here,
I
innit?
mean,
So,
what did Don tell me all last season? He told me defensively we're sound. Going forward, there's just a bit of teething problems. Like they're not finishing their chances. Like, and that's the way I think we got to look at it. Defensively, we're sound right now. Like, I ain't got no worries at the back. I feel like most teams that come up against us are finding it difficult to even create chances, let alone score their chances. But I think for us, the creative problem, it's been clear to see. No, everybody can address that. We're scoring goals, but we do have a creative issue. I think it's just with the changes that Thomas Frank has been doing, plus having for me, the main problem has been playing Richarlison up top. When you play with Richarlison up top, he literally runs away from the ball. He's a straight target man. He'll get on the end of a few crosses, but away from that, his hold-up play is inconsistent, but more time it's just rubbish. And he doesn't really create an option in behind as well because his runs aren't that good as well. So he's just a problematic player that can break down your attacks and single-handedly make you look just stupid up front. Like, you just look stupid. Spurs don't even look like they've got options half of the time. Now, in the last game when we played Tel and Xavi, you saw a bit of a difference because Tel's a bit smarter. He'll drop in, he'll do little 1-2s, he'll spin off the shoulder off of the defender. He'll create an option with the running behind. But ultimately, I think the problem creatively is easily going to be solved. It's going to be solved when you see Xavi come into that 10, play there a bit more consistently. You see a left winger that can actually play left wing come out. When we see Kulu come back, I think he got mentioned earlier, he's not even been available yet. Kulusevski's not even come back into the team. So once Kulu comes back into the team and he's an option, then I think you'll start to see the best of Spurs' attacking front three with Solanke and Mwani back as well. I think you'll start to see it. But at the moment, I'm quite content in it. Frank is doing his business. Football looks decent. It's not amazing, but it's working. Like, I've been more than impressed in the midfield. I think João Paulinho is going to go down as one of the best signings this summer. He's been just a monster in it. Like, that's what we was missing last season, isn't it? I think a proper monster six, somebody that can just eat up ground, challenge, interceptions, just win the ball, a pure ball winner. You man have that in Caicedo. These man have had Gravenberch doing that job, and Arsenal have had Declan Rice, but before that, Partey doing that job. We haven't had someone like that for a while.
Yeah, you had Balloon Boy. That's who you had, bruv. You know what I mean?
Balloon Boy. Let's not even talk about him, man. Because
Basuma, innit? You know what I'm saying? He's another trick as well. I heard he's a trick as well, bruv. Coming like Sancho. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I heard Basuma's around his Chanel bag for everyone. You know what I'm saying? That's what I heard.
I wouldn't be surprised, man. He's a fool. Man.
Do you know? Go on.
No. Just to wrap up, I think for us, it's just a matter of time before the front line clicks and just before we start to look a lot better. But with regards to us being better than Chelsea, so far this season, there's no doubt about that. That's not even a conversation. I think you got to look at Chelsea's attacking output. It's not been amazing, especially without Cole Palmer. And defensively, you've been a shambles, and you know that more than anyone else. So we've definitely looked like the better team, but you guys have higher quality players with all round. Like, in general, you have some players of real, like Cole Palmer, Caicedo, Enzo. Like, you've got more standouts than us at the moment.
So what are you saying? What do you think Chelsea will still finish above you then? Yeah.
I think it'll be very tight between us. I don't know who's going to finish above, but with your back line problems, if you don't sign a top centre back in January, we should finish above you. There should be no excuse as to why we won't.
This was dark, by the way. This was so
dark. Hey,
this was
when bitches running on Jaden, how much are they doing in a week? Bro?
Do you know why this is so dark? Because it shows that she's had conversations with other girls that must have just took the piss with him, bro. This Jaden, man.
Do you know what the darkest was when the girl called him the client? It's not even
client, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? And the thing is, I even saw a video, yeah, and at the time I didn't really think much of it, but now it makes sense. I don't know if you lot have seen the video when Sancho saw Sweetie at the bridge when she came. Yeah,
it was the quickest hug.
Yeah, some quick little hug. They didn't even look at each other. She's probably looking. Who's that? Is that Jay? Is that the trick? Is that the trick? You know how they talk as well, man. You know what I'm saying, man. Yeah.
She might have even got confused because you know Chelsea have bare light skin, man. She probably got confused. Wait, it's reshaped. Was that the Sancho or was that? She probably got confused, bro. But do you know what is back to Spurs? Like, again, it's documented. I remember Terry and KJ like looking at me like this, the chat calling me all sorts. When Klopp was sacked, Thomas Frank was one of my candidates. Funny enough, it was him, Alonso, or Amorim. It was that, but I think Thomas Frank was second. It was Alonso, Frank. I had Frank ahead of Amorim, right? I think he's a cold manager. I know you're saying Paulinho is probably one of the best summer signings outfield, but I think your best actual signing is probably your manager, bro. I think he's going to do wonders for Spurs. Maybe not necessarily this season, but he's definitely one for the future. But again, 4th or 5th, I had Spurs no lower than 5th, and right now they're exceeding expectations, in my opinion. I think you got a cold team. I agree with you, George. I said it on Midday Live a couple years ago, weeks ago. I think Solanke, you're missing. Colin Moani, we've not really seen too much yet, but again, he's got good pedigree in that. But Solanke,
and what's that at the back though? Why has he got patches at the back? What's going on?
Peppercorns, man. It's allowing man.
Peppercorns, bro. Nah, that looks like it's a butt ass, like it's an ass. You know what I mean? Like it's a hole. It looks like a hole there, bro. Man's talking about peppercorns and that. That looks like a patch. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he's aging too quick. But I was gonna say that because Javi Simmons, when he came on against Leeds in the 10 and that, he was pulling strings and whatnot. But even your away game, I think against Brighton, like I think Simmons, there's sometimes in game he's been on the 10. But let's say he plays out wide, on the left and Kudus on the right. Solanke is the perfect striker for them because he likes to drop in, link play and whatnot. Yeah. I think you are missing him, but Spurs are going to have a good season. I've said this all on before ball got kicked. They have a good season, good manager. Again, you've got a profile on Paulinho you've been missing. I said this earlier. In fact, you on the stream, George. I said this earlier on Never a Foul, right? Like your front line of Kudus, Javi Simmons, and a Solanke, and God for you lot, if you were to get a Tony as well, it goes up another level. But this is the first time I look at Spurs' front line since probably a Kane and Son, so 3-4 years where I'm like, I think rival fan, like we're actually respecting now. We're like, they can actually cause anyone problems. So you know what, bro? Big up Spurs at the moment. And again, I want to actually speak about your defense because Van der Ven and Romero already know the quality, but like even your fullbacks now, Jed Spence, and I said this, I think it's Udogie, however you pronounce it, will be hard for him to get back in the team. Jed Spence has proven that for me, one of the best fullbacks in the league, and also Porro doing his thing. Bakari, you've now got that foundation, and now you're slowly building. Spurs will have a good season, man. Spurs will have a very good season. I'm not going to look forward going. I think we've got you in the winter running, George. I can't remember.
Not long after these games. I think literally after Don scrolled down, I think we got you.
Because you know what it is, George? Our winter running, we've actually got favourable fixtures. You're the only one within them fixtures that's tough. But other than that, we've got a lot of the bottom 10. I'm not looking forward to going to Tottenham's ground. I'll be real. Not this.
Well, chat to us about your upcoming fixtures, man. Because boy, I can't lie, they're looking techie, you know. I can't lie, bro.
You know what it is? It starts to get techie for us at the end of the month, innit? When you got that Newcastle, Chelsea, Copenhagen, United, Arsenal, PSG. It gets a bit mad around them sides. And then obviously we got Liverpool just before Christmas again. I hate that. Yeah. You man always kill us before Christmas. But the games, I'll be honest, in those games running up, I think I see Monaco being a tough one. That Monaco game is going to be a tough away game. I know Man City had some trouble with that, and I expect us to... That could potentially be a banana skin. I'm not going to lie, especially because it's in Europe as well. I think Frank's still learning a few things about going to these away stadiums and, you know, knowing how to approach those games and those teams. So we'll see how that plays out. I think Monaco could be a tough game. Man United, easy, light work, not even a problem for me. Everton as well, tough one. It's an away ground where David Moyes, I think his home record has been mad at the moment. I know he didn't lose at Goodison Park at the end of the season. I don't think he lost the game. Maybe won, but he was... And then obviously with the new stadium, he started off pretty good this season. That just
they considered their first goal there last week.
Palace, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think Palace. I think Munoz scored the first goal there, bro.
So that's going to be a tough game. I'm not going to lie. That could be. We've got tough games coming up. Newcastle. I can't even lie. I expect to beat Newcastle. I do expect to beat Newcastle.
What? St. James's Park, yeah?
Yeah. I expect to beat Newcastle. I feel like they're a team that's a bit up and down. Their midfield's carrying them at the moment. The attack's not clicking. As much as people have been, impressed with Alanga's performances, you need to put up some numbers. Like you were signed for big money, 50 million. Get a goal, get an assist, do something. But I think the Chelsea game I'm looking forward to. I can't even lie. That's a 5:30 kickoff on a Saturday. That's perfect time. I'm looking forward to that one. I can't lie. I feel like that's where we're going to see a real test at home for us. Again, Chelsea's a tough team, but that Chelsea game, that Arsenal game, I'm looking forward to both of them because I fancy us in both of them.
Boy, these games here that you've got, Newcastle, Chelsea, obviously Copenhagen, United, you should be dealing with them, and then Arsenal, PSG, bro.
Yeah,
that's not going to be easy, man.
Your November.
Yeah, your November is looking a bit techie, bro. And the thing is, yeah, like I said, people, listen, it's a long way to go. And bro, injuries play a part, fitness plays a part. You know what I mean? Like, there's gonna be so many things we could be talking about. Jude's at that point, obviously, touch wood, it doesn't happen, but Jude's at that point could be talking about one of their key players being out. You know what I mean? So it's an interesting time, man. It's gonna be an interesting time. But where do you think you're gonna finish, Jules? By the way, where do you think you're gonna finish, bro?
I had us 5th originally. No, I think we could push into that top 4. And I originally had you guys above us, but that was before Colwill got injured. So with Colwill injury and with how I've been seeing you guys at the back at the moment, that could very easily swap between us being 4th and you guys being 5th. But obviously, it's still early in the season. I need to see how we balance out over the next 10 games, like, and really judge where this team's at.
No, I hear it, bro. I hear it, man. But yeah, big up Nit Sudge. He says, here's a couple buy-ins from the top of the table. Hey, big yourself up for the donation, man. You know what I'm saying, people, man. But listen, up pit stop, people, like I said, every international break, or there'll be times where we just do it on a random one. If there's something to really rap about, you know what I mean? You'll see the same faces, but sometimes there'll be different ops on here as well, like I said, people. But yeah, definitely something that I'm going to be doing more on the channel, man. But big up, Jules, bro. What have you got coming up, man? Let the people know, bro.
I don't even know, to be fair. In international breaks, I tend to take time off myself, like really not doing streams, just because it's pointless. But next week we'll be back properly, innit? When we start to do previews for the games leading into the next week, and yeah, we'll be busy next week. So come over and check us out. You know what I mean.
Make sure, man. Make sure. How about you, Jermaine? You not doing anything on Take a Touch? I ain't seen any content recently, bro.
Not recently, man. Something might be coming up in the near future, but you'll probably just see me on this platform here and there in between that. So maybe see my face more often.
Definitely, man. How about you, Romz?
Yeah, at the moment we're actually recording something on Sunday. I can't speak too tough, but at the moment, just keep following Football Verbal. I think the last ep was individual seasons. I'm not in that one, but it's a funny one, man. That best Prem individual seasons. It was a good video, but we're recording something big on Sunday, which should be good. But yeah, I can't lie, Don. This is my last stream until the Prem comes back. I'm just relaxing during the international break, bro. That is there's not much.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. I like to just chill as well tonight, bro. Today, man's gonna play some pro clubs. You get me? Ultimate team. I need to. Yeah, kudos has been cooking for me, Jules. I can't lie. We didn't really talk about it much. We didn't really talk about it much, man.
Yeah, I will say best winger in the league, innit?
Best winger in the league.
Shit, that's what I'm at.
Semenyo said, hold my glass.
He didn't. If you look at the numbers, it would show Semenyo doesn't actually perform that much as a winger. You know, he's been scoring goals. But when you look at the proper metrics of beating your man, what is beating your man, getting down the wing, the touchline stuff. Yeah, kudos.
Hold on. Man never saying riding from the cord. These George Don inside deep pause, but deep fried me on fucking midday live. The catch up, I couldn't speak for like an hour. There's been a few others. I've been cooked 3-4 times, bro.
It's Friday, man. We're not going to be last week.
You know what I mean? No, they're saying, don't run for the corn for the next week, but there'll be no. It's just international. No, let's be honest. No one really sits down. Watches internationals, bro. Like, we're all gonna probably be getting on with things we need to do, bro. So,
and you know, so funny. Me and Romz was having a local conversation earlier about Esteban. Yeah, and then what happens an hour later? He just goes to bag a brace.
That's funny. Basically, we'll tell them the conversation. Yeah, obviously a similar age. I said Yamal needs to be left alone. For me, he's the best player in the world. Don saying maybe not just now, but in a few years' time we'll have a conversation. I said,
sooner than that.
See, for me, that's a bit mad.
But this is a problem. They're actually the same age, so there is
exactly.
Now, for me, Esteban, I rate him. I think he's a top winger, isn't it? Like, I rate Esteban. I rate him, but I think Yamal's by himself. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
This is what I'm on. But Don, is Esteban even better than Waneri?
Yes, of course he is. He's a better winger than Waneri. He's more effective than him. Yeah, he is.
The numbers will say otherwise.
Bro, the numbers look at numbers, bro.
I've seen Waneri last season bag bare Champions League goals, Premier League goals. You're gonna tell me that he's more effective? The numbers will say he's not more effective.
He's a better winger. He's a better winger for sure.
Is it? I think you know the way. I'm not gonna call Yamal Messi, but you know the way like different guys will try to compete here and there. Like a Neymar might come. Esteban, because he's similar age of Yamal, he might come and have a few years where he's at the top with him, but I think Yamal's by himself still. I think.
Yamal, Yamal's one of my favorite players. But end of the day, what Romz isn't understanding, is that they're both 18 years old. They both have Ballon d'Or potential. That's number one, right? And Esteval is now playing in Europe. And what helps Esteval is that he's playing in the Prem. We can all agree that the Prem's the hardest league. So if Esteval's putting up the numbers in the Prem and he's consistently performing and he's one of our key players, like he already is, right? And Champions League is turning up as well, naturally, Romz, that conversation is going to happen. Whether you like it or not, that conversation will happen.
That conversation should be with players like King from Fulham. Other sort of 18
fuck off, man.
He's a baller, though. Yeah, he's a baller. I've got to actually take it easy.
I like King.
You know what I mean? You've got to compare him to the brackets below.
Yamal is level. I'm thinking. Listen, let me say something.
Yamal has the Euros on his back, bro.
Before people say, Don said Esteval is better, bro. Yeah, right now Yamal is better than Esteval. He's proven it in Europe, right? Yeah. But my point is, they both put up numbers. They are both playmakers, and they are both Jogo Bonito, bruv. You know what I'm saying? They are both quality players, man. You know what I'm saying?
My only thing is, I think you're guilty of what people are saying about you. You know, during the Saka Palm thing, again, I'm not going to open that can of worms. You know, people saying, oh, don't rate Saka. It wasn't that. You were like, I rate both, but you just think one's better. That's modern day football. If people ask who's better, two players.
No, but don't really rate Saka. That's a fact.
I don't rate him. I don't overrate him.
My point is, when we were speaking earlier, I feel like I rate Esteval. I told you before ball got kicked out, but when I saw him early in the season, bro, this guy, you've got a player on your hand. But for me, it's just a thing where, and it's not Esteval's fault because he was playing in Brazil, right? And there's a lot of talent there. That's why they always come to Europe. But Yamal has done it. Euros finals, El Clasicos, Champions League semi-final. Like Yamal has he's got more.
He's got better CV, though.
I think I saw something the other day saying he's one of the first players at his age to have so many. He's played over 150 games, bro.
Yeah, I just hope they don't burn him out.
You know, his first ever game was Tottenham pre-season, like 2 seasons ago. And pre-season, his first thing. So he's only had 2 seasons of football, bro. It's madness.
George, that's my point. Jermaine, that's my point, though, bro. The fact that his CV already consists of multiple El Clasico goals, semi-final Champions League against Inter. I know they didn't go through, but he cooked them. And then even the Euros camp, forget just the final and semi-final, whipping it top wins against France. The whole campaign, this guy, I need to see Esteval kind of replicate that. For me, I agree with Jermaine. Yamal's on his own. Will there be a conversation? Of course, because you're right, Don. They're similar age, and I think Esteval is going to be one of the best. I think he's cold, but Yamal, forget even Esteval. I don't compare anyone with Yamal right now. I just think he's just.
This is my point.
Killian, bro. You
can't. Hold on, Jermaine. Before you come in, no one can say Esteval has a better career than Yamal right now because it's not true. You can't. There's no debate about
the same opportunities. He's not even playing in Europe.
Exactly. Yeah. That's my point. There's no debate about whose CV is better right now. Of course, Yamal's CV is better, but you can only perform where you are. And Esteval in Brazil, all these guys have come. What's his name? Rodrigo has come. Vinny has come. Big pause on that as well. Yeah. All these guys have come, but Andre Santos and that. They've all come out of Brazil, and it's only Esteval who's managed to get more GNA before their 18th birthday since Neymar, right? He's beaten the record that Neymar set in Brazil, And you're already seeing him for Brazil. Bro, he starts for them now, basically. He starts for them now. Hold on, Romz. Like I said, the things that Yamal's been achieving in Europe, I believe that Esteval has the ability to achieve similar things. You know what I mean?
I hear that.
When you see him start to turn up in the Champions League and, putting up the numbers in the Prem and that, everyone will be looking at him differently, bro. Everyone will be looking at him differently.
This is where your manager, though, needs to help his case because Brazil is starting. But I'm sorry, if they wait to have these conversations, Esteval can't be this impact. Like Maresca, I'm not saying this is your fault, but Maresca actually has to starting this play, And I'm not
talking. He's starting him, bro. He's starting him. Bro,
let's be honest, Liverpool, I'm not saying that was one off, but the games before he'll be coming off the. Then again, Old Trafford, he started. You know what? Actually, you're right. Maybe more games he's been starting it.
The red card has ruined his time so far, bro, because he started against United. He got taken off instantly. Then he started against Brighton. He started against Brighton. He got taken off, bro. He's actually played. He should be playing more. But he started a couple games. He's actually started a few games.
I can't lie, Don. This is how much I rate him. When I use my next wild card, I'm gonna put Esteval in, bro. I think if he gets consistent starters, he'll get GA, bro. And again,
Yeah.
I rate the player highly, bro. I think he'll be.
Bro, he's generational talent, bro.
For me, like I said, I'm like Don knows. I always say how it is, isn't it? When I saw Esteval, Don was bigging him up before he got to Chelsea. As soon as I saw a few games of him, I said this guy's a talent. You can see it the way he dribbles with the ball, the way he beats his man. You can see it in front of you. But for me, you gotta keep him. You gotta wait till you see something, bro. Like I'm not gonna treat him any different to a Josh King, or I can't even praise him more than Ethan. But you know, should I tell you why I say this? Let me land this point in it, because when I watch Esteval, bro, I'm yet to see him put his foot through the ball and strike a ball with power. How do you know he has the enemy? Actually take a shot outside the box, generate enough power to test the keeper. I haven't seen it yet. He's a kid, bro.
Did you watch the Liverpool game? He forced the save from Mohamed. He literally cut in. Did you watch that game? He done it.
I ain't seen it yet.
I told you, hey, Jermaine, it's time. It's man, them. I can't lie. Everyone sent some super chats so we can buy this guy some glasses, bro. Some new glasses, in fact.
Well, I stopped watching
and give it to you.
When I watch Esteval, I'm seeing a lightweight player, bro. Like when I've been seeing him, I've been seeing a lightweight player.
You know what?
Let him land first.
You know what, Jermaine? I'll just say it on stream, obviously, for people that I've said it, bro. Some people may know in it. I sometimes work in the boxes at Chelsea, in it. Not every game, but the majority of games in it. So when they played Leverkusen in the summer, I called Don. I was like, bro, because George will vouch for this. Don will Chelsea will get a player and be like, he's this, that, and the other. And sometimes we're like, Don, calm down. Like, we need to see more. I remember Angelo Gabriel, and I don't even know where he is right now.
By the way.
All these other guys. But then Esteval, Don was saying that, Romz, I know I hype up a lot of our play, but this one is him. Like, I'm not saying you're wrong, but you've watched him. I haven't. Let me just see for myself. Leverkusen, I saw about 10 minutes of, obviously he played more than that, but after 10 minutes, I think I messaged Don and called him and said, this guy's hit. I've seen enough. Like, there's certain players, I hate when people say I need to see so much of this player. Sometimes you can just tell already, But I actually think this Esteval guy is special one. I think he will go. I think he will go all the way, but Maresca just needs to keep. I feel like he just needs to keep starting him. But you're right, he actually has. But Jermaine, the Liverpool game, the minute he came on, one of his first actions was he cut in and he forced Mohamed he literally bent it. Mohamed had to make a save, and he struck it quite well.
Bro, even today, the goal that he scored, the first goal he scored on his right foot, clean finish, bro. Clean finish. The keeper was getting nowhere near it. Like, one thing about Esteval, he's got a power strike, bro. I'll show you videos, Jermaine, of his goals, some of his goals. Bro, free kicks. You haven't even seen his penalties yet. He can take penalties. He's got a strike on him, bro. Thunder strike.
Talent, but he shouldn't be starting yet.
No, he should be. Why not?
I disagree. He needs to be starting more, bro.
He can't.
Bro, he's starting him. He's our best winger. He's our best winger already.
It's not gonna. You're not gonna be that team, bro.
Bro, he's our best winger. He's our best winger.
Yeah, he's sick. Like, he can start sometimes, but I don't think he should be. I don't think he should be starting.
I can't lie, Don. If Lavia can stay fit and you have Lavia 6, Caicedo 8, Palmer 10, Esteval on the right, I think your performances and results will start. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
on the left. Do you know what I mean? We saw Palmer and Esteval in the against Leverkusen, and how they were linking up. Same game, and they were
we've barely even seen them play together in the league yet, because Palmer's been injured. Yeah, so there's that connection as well. Because the way Palmer was finding him in that game, you know that gif of Maresca when he's looking and he does that and he starts scratching himself, scratching his balls and that, when he's looking around. That's how I felt watching that, bro. You know what I mean? You
know what? Man, them can't even say. Man, them can't even pop down. They can't pop down that Leverkusen team, because to give credit to Chelsea. You would have not had a pre-season. I think that was one of your first games back. And Leverkusen had the Tapsobers that I think Hincapié even that's at Arsenal was playing that game. They had their strong defense. Grimaldo was playing, so it's not even like you can say, Leverkusen didn't have their proper team. These were players that had been invincible and whatnot. And Esteval and Palmer were finding each other for fun. But I can't lie, this is all good and whatnot. But I can't lie. Maresca has to make him a consistent starter, not like kind of just coming off.
He's still bench. Young, man. You got
Maybe let me try and find the tweet up. Let me try and find the tweet up so people know what I'm talking about. Let me even share the screen, because some people that probably went over their head, but Go on.
Do you see Palmer? Do you think he needs that? You see how Reece James eventually got the surgery? Now, like, he's not really got injured. I think he ain't been injured since January. Do you think Palmer needs that surgery? Because they're saying he should be back after November. And then now, like...
They're saying they don't need it. They're saying they don't need it. They say they don't need it.
But that's what they said about Reece James. And then he eventually...
We'll see, innit? It's a grain. It's a grain. So we'll see, innit? You know what I mean? But this is how I felt, people. When I was watching that Esteban Palmer link up, I felt like Maresca, bro.
That's a why, man. That's a whole why. That's something mad. But you want to scratch your balls watching man on the field is crazy. Crazy stuff.
That's crazy, Todd.
But let's finish up, bro. Let's finish up anyway. Let's finish up, people, man. But listen, you lot enjoy your weekend. And yeah, we'll be back in a bit, man. We'll be back in a bit. Love.